Dr. Christy Ennis. Today we are going to do more core than you ever have before. Such a great rhyming day, and speaking of rhymes, Fezzik, are there rocks ahead? If there are, we'll all be dead. One of the best movies ever. You might disagree, but let me know down below in the comments. So today's workout is all going to be on a mat or on your bed. No planks at all today of any form. Now, you know, if you followed some of my other videos, that I'm not a big fan of static planks, and sometimes even planks that are moving can be bothersome to the wrists or to the back or to the shoulders. So we're going to work on all of those muscles without getting into a plank position even once today. So doing this workout today, you might get a little sweaty, and if you guys have been following me, you know that I get a lot sweaty. So I wanted to share with you that I typically use an electrolyte supplement in my water bottle, and I don't usually keep that on camera. I got it for afterwards. But the one that I'm really loving right now is LMNT. This is the citrusy one. I'll get you a picture of that too. But this is great because it is a mixture of electrolytes. But what's really cool about it is that it has no sugar. It doesn't have any artificial flavors or any ingredients that are artificial. It's gluten-free and no fillers at all, which is really hard to find. So that is super duper awesome. And not just sweating, but let's say maybe you had a few glasses of wine at night. Instead of just replacing the water, it's actually really important to replace some of those electrolytes too. And again, if you're a super duper sweater, like me, and you'll know because you'll see some white stuff on your face after it dries, you really need to replace sodium, right? That's the biggest electrolyte that gets lost. And another reason I love this one is that it's got 1,000 milligrams of sodium in it, so it really helps to replace some of that. And then again, electrolytes are clearly important when we're talking about those muscles, but they also help with nerve impulses, hormone regulation, which, let's talk about hormones, nutrient absorption, and even fluid balance. Right now, LMNT is offering my listeners a free sample with any order. So that means you get 8 single-serve little packets of all the flavors. My favorite, which is that mango chili, so cool. But you get all of the flavors. And if you don't maybe want all the flavors, you could always share it with a friend. Friends always love to get things, don't forget that. So you can get yours at drinklmnt.com/Christy Ennis. So thank you certainly to LMNT for sponsoring this video today. And don't forget to go to drinklmnt.com/Christy to get your free sample. Okie dokie, we are gonna get started. Remember, you can do these on the bed if the mat is not comfortable for you to get down on, no worries. Now also, I want you to be aware before we get started that you can never just isolate one area of the abdominal muscles, but you can kind of bias things a little bit. So keep in mind that we will be biasing lower abs, upper abs, and some of those obliques, but you're obviously gonna work everything, not just that one little part. All right, so get in your happy spine position, which either could be flat, could be arched, could be in between. Whatever feels good for your back. Gently tuck that belly button in towards the spine, and I'm gonna bring my legs up. And from here, hands are gonna go right above the thighs. Now what's gonna happen here, I just wanna explain this one a little bit. As we straighten out one leg, the opposite leg and hand are pushing towards one another to do what we call an isometric contraction, okay? So it's leg pushes back, hand pushes forward, we pause for a couple seconds and then switch. This is the only one that needs a lot of explaining. All right, so let's get started. So I'm gonna place both hands on this right leg, press in as that other leg straightens, and then switch. So we're gonna get 20 total, 10 on each side. That's 3, 4, 5, you'll really feel this one working. 6, 7, 8, even my ankle's cracking. 9, I clearly needed to move. 10, halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay with those legs just like they are. We're gonna bring those arms up overhead. We're gonna do a little dead bug with a twist. So I'm gonna straighten one leg out, bring the opposite arm overhead, and now I'm gonna bring both of those out to the side without tilting through the hips. Tricky, tricky, trust me. So here, and then it's just a small movement, right? And back to the center. A little coordination too today. So that's 3. 4, we're only going to do 10 total of these today. 5, 6, 7, 8, woo, 9. Remember, try to keep everything in the center. And 10. Okay, those legs are gonna stay up. We're gonna keep them bent. And we're gonna do little circles around. Now, and we're gonna go, 10 in each direction. So we're gonna start by going off to the right. So it's here, you're lowering just a little, making sure you keep this position. Happy, happy, happy. If you can feel that you can do this with your legs straight, without putting stress on your back, you can. I know that I cannot, and anybody that has back issues typically can't either, so please listen to your bodies. That's 5, 6, woo, 7, 8, so these are all targeting more of the lower abs, at least a little bit. 9, let me know where you feel this. Probably lots of places. And then we're going in that other direction. There's 1. Try not to let your shoulder blades come up. That kind of guides that motion too. 3. Ooh. 4. Make sure you breathe. Don't forget that part too. 5. 6. 7. 8, 2 more to go, but we're keeping our legs up. Ooh la la. 9, and I think 1 more. And 10. Okay, now you're gonna straighten those legs up if you can. We wanna think about leading from the pelvis to lift instead of bringing our legs backward. So I won't count this one yet, but it's just a little tiny lift as you come up, and that's it, okay? So that's step 1, and then we're adding a little crisscross. So here we go. Try to keep your head down too, just that little lift, and then cross and cross. That's 1. You can keep those knees bent a little if it's more comfortable for you also. 2, but notice it's not a huge movement there. 3, so you'll feel that in the pelvic floor muscles and in those lower abs, and a little bit of everywhere else too. 5, but don't let yourself do this. Oops, now I lost count. Here we go. 6, 7, you should be burning a little bit right now. 8, 9, when I stick my tug out, it means I'm really concentrating. And 10. Okay, keep those legs again up where they are. If you want to bring them back to a bend, you can. We're going to bring those arms out to the side. You're going to rotate to the side, again, keeping that shoulder blade down. And then I'm just adding a bit of a twist and a twist. Okay, so I'm not torquing the spine much because I'm just doing a small motion there. And then it's inhale back to the center, exhale to that side, little twist, little twist. If this doesn't feel good, take out that twist, certainly. We're only going to get 10 total of these two. Again, if it's straight leg, it looks like this. For me, it's better with knees bent, okay? Whoops, I just said knees bent and I straightened them. It's one of those days. Good, little twist, little twist. Nice and controlled though. Notice I'm not letting momentum pull me to the side here. That's 9. Just 1 more to that opposite side. Okay, moving on to a side crunch to target those obliques a little bit more. But we're gonna start kind of on our side, but almost back a little bit. So we're adding a touch of rotation as we lift up, which those obliques really like. So I won't count that one, but here's 1, 2, 3, so I am coming right up to the side here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 more is 10, and I'm going to switch sides. Notice I also have some hip tightness considering my hips aren't going, my legs aren't going together there all the way. But same idea. I'm gonna have this opposite arm out, just rotated back a touch, and then coming right up to that side. So there's 1, 2, 3. You can even straighten your legs out if that's more comfortable. 4, it's not for me. 5, 6, 7, so almost coming at a little bit of an angle. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, going back onto our backs. We have 2 more exercises to go. Targeting up here a little bit more, I should say biasing up there a little bit more. Soles of the feet together, knees dropped open, hands behind the head if it's comfortable. Otherwise, right here, but don't use your neck, right? Take that nice breath in and then exhale as you come up. You don't have to come up far to work all of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1 more to go. We're gonna straighten that right leg out. Left arm's gonna come up and we're gonna meet them together. Just like baby shark, do, 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 do. All right, so here we go. So raise. If this bothers your neck, please leave your head on the ground. Otherwise you can again kind of do that little lift. Got some shaky abs there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I notice I'm losing my position, so I'm not going to lower that leg all the way. There's 10. We're going to switch sides, and you can always do this with a bent knee also, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm rotating too, oh no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 more is 10. Yeah, now you got some abs of steel.